Hey everybody, welcome back to The Loop, where we are focusing on the family between Mother's Day and Father's Day this year. Now, to help me prepare for this series that we're doing here on The Loop, I've been reading a book that I read years ago. The title of the book is this: 12 Huge Mistakes Parents Can Avoid. It was written by a guy named Tim Elmore, so if you want to pick up a copy for yourself, I really think it's a good book. Now, one chapter that I want to talk about today is the tendency that some parents have to project their own lives onto their kids. This chapter explains so much about some of the strange parenting behavior that we see so often in our world today. It explains why so many dads are going absolutely crazy in the stands at a ball game. It explains a TV show that I've never understood before, Dance Moms. How many of you have ever seen that show? Or maybe a show that's kind of like it, Toddlers and Tiaras? Are you kidding me? These moms are flipping out. They're going crazy, even getting into fights with people, all because they're trying to live vicariously through their own kids. And yet as they do it, they embarrass their kids. They create stress in their kids. They strain their own relationship with their kids. They try to make their kids be someone they're not. And in the process of all of this, they teach their kids that their value is based on their performance. You see, let me remind you that you are a unique creation of God, but so are your kids. God made you with special gifts and talents, and He made you with a specific purpose in mind. But the same is true for your kids. He made them with their own unique gifts and talents, and they may not be the same as your gifts and your talents. As parents, we don't really want our kids to be like us. We want our kids to be exactly who God made them to be. In fact, when the Apostle Paul talks about the gifts and the talents that God has given people, he reminds us that we are like a body that is made up of many different parts. And he says that each part serves its own unique purpose. The same is true for your kids. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 18, Paul said it like this. He said, "But in fact, God has placed the parts in the body, every one of them, just as He wanted them to be. If they were all one part, or if we were all the same, where would the body be?" So instead of leading your kids or your grandkids to be like you, lead them to discover who God made them to be. Help them to see the strengths that God has put inside of them, as well as their weaknesses. Help them to understand their natural tendencies, their personality type, whether they're an introvert or an extrovert. They will be like you in a lot of ways, but they will not be like you in every way. So help them understand who God created them to be. It will strengthen your relationship with your kids, and it will help them flourish in life.